Hey guys, Tyler Tolman here again for the second time today. It's been a very interesting day actually. After this morning's conversation of talking about peaceful versus potential violent protest and the issue of guns and all these types of things, I was actually invited to go to a protest here in Utah. Which caused me to really search my own soul and ask questions like, do I really want to put myself out there? What does this look like? What do I stand for? And with everything that I've been saying to people, I don't want it to just be lip service. I say, it's important in times where things are crazy and rights potentially taking away. It's important to actually stand up and do something. And there's been a lot of great individuals in the past that said to sit back and do nothing is almost like contributing to the other side. So I did go up today. My brother and a few of us went up there and just, showed support by being there and having some simple signs, which, I'm sure thousands of people were seeing driving by, and there's a lot of beautiful support and there's a lot of negativity as well, which is very interesting. But I think there's a lot to take away from it. And I want to keep this short because I have already been on here today. But I got another message, a message that is close to my heart and I feel, because I know so many people in Australia and I have so many soul, family, friends, loved ones, even business associates and things. And I got a message from a fairly young man that lives in Melbourne. Very fit, goes to the gym all the time, and owns a business, quite a few actually, and felt like he was cornered in a situation of having to do that thing in order to keep showing up for all the people that rely on him, all the people that work for him, and this thing that's being forced. So he's got a great attitude. He's just like, oh yeah, no problem. I'll go and do it. Won't be an issue. I'm young, I'm healthy, I'm fit, all these things. And he sent me a message that was quite shocking. And in the message he was saying, I just have this feeling taste of metal and I'm breathing metal and tightness in my chest and all this stuff going on from the first one. And he's really worried about having to go back in whatever it is, 4 weeks or 8 weeks, whatever it is, to get the next one. And he was just asking for my advice. So, I shared a lot of details about the specific things that he needs to do, especially when you're tasting metal. That's a sign that there's a heavy metal that's built up and accumulated in the body. Typically, you'll never have a metal tasting kind of feeling in your mouth unless you have a major metal toxicity or you go really deep into detoxification through an extended fast. And over the last 10 years of running fasting and detoxification programs in Bali, Indonesia, I can tell you that 9 out of 10 people by about day 5 to 7 on a water fast have this overwhelming feeling of metal in their mouth. And it's typically people who've done this over the years and had other types of exposure to heavy metals. There's so many different things through industry, through eating utensils, through mercury amalgam fillings, even water sources and things like this that can cause that. But yeah, it just really hit home. And it's just so unfortunate, and I really hope and pray to God that this individual can detox and heal and be healthy, because he's somebody that's helped me a lot and very close and dear to my heart. And it just makes me realize how many hundreds of thousands of people, millions of people, I think we're getting into the billions actually, of people that are doing this. And of course, a lot of them are doing it because they want it, and that's great, that's their decision. But there's a lot of people who are being coerced into this situation, or feeling like they have to make a choice, either between their livelihood, being able to feed their family and go to work and, be of service, or totally lose their job, lose their money, everything. And that is coercion. And medical coercion is one of the highest evils. Okay? There's been so much history not too long ago, but I guess, people forget. But, there's the Nuremberg trials of, people in other countries forcing this thing on masses of populations and causing harm and death. And the Nuremberg trials were there and put in place to write a code for the entire world to create a situation where human beings would never be forced or coerced against their will into having to do something that is considered a medical treatment. Because pharmaceutical industries become very powerful and they pay lobbyists and they pay politicians and the whole thing, the largest fines that have ever been paid were by Pfizer. And that's for criminal activity. And instead of, these companies being shut down and people being put in prison, they just see it as doing business, and they pay billions of dollars in fines and fees, and they keep cracking on, and they keep paying political figures, they keep paying the lobbyists and all the people that make laws, and then we're the people that just have to put up with this. And so the reason I'm in the United States right now is because my mother felt she was forced to do that same thing just to come down and visit my grandson. And unfortunately, she's one of these people that had a really bad reaction. I'm doing a web event this next week, and I'm going to show you the details of what that looked like for her, where her blood pressure is at, what happened for her. And I had to make a decision because I was in a situation of literally believing my mother was going to pass away. That's how bad it was. Like major emergency, into the hospital, major problems. So I flew to the United States. I went and got her. I immediately put her into major detoxification, colon cleansing, specific herbs and different protocols because I researched as much as I could on my way here and what I had already been doing. And I've been, helping people with massive detoxification for the last decade in Bali, Indonesia. And literally day by day, massive improvements in her blood pressure, massive improvements in her energy and ability to just get up and walk, and then eventually get up the stairs and go outside and be in the sun. And within probably 5 or 6 days, to the point where she felt great and was ready to go home. And you got to understand that this is a pretty bad reaction. And even after the bad reaction from the thing, then she was positive for the virus. And it's just like, what the hell? Like, what is even the point of this if, weeks later, then you're actually positive for this thing? It doesn't make sense to me. I know people can justify things and, oh, well, she probably would have died if she hadn't done that. Well, actually, I think it was a reaction to doing that nearly killed her. And so anyways, I know that there are herbal remedies. I know there are specific things that nature has to offer that can help us to radically detox. I want to share all these details with you guys. I've already done a web event called Detox from the V-Tox, but I've learned a lot since then because I've had this opportunity to be involved in research and really look into it. So I really hope you guys register. If you're watching this, just go to Tolman.com and register. It's a free web event. Just like the last web event, afterwards we sold it for about $40 because we got to put it into different places and house it and pay people to do that. But the live event is free. So please share this with as many people as you can. Please show up and come to this event. And this is based on truth. This is based on how do we open up and detoxify the body? What are the herbs? What are the plants? What are the things we need to avoid to make sure we're not exacerbating the situation so that we can get through this? And of course, my recommendation 1,000% is to not do it and to stand your ground. Even if you have to lose your job, I believe if people just stand their ground and maybe wait a few months and, bunker down and get some food and some other things so you're supported, I do believe we will get through it. There's just a huge push to get to a certain percentage because percentage equals profit. And that's what they're looking to do. And then maybe, I don't know from there. And if they actually get it, if they're just going to, oh yeah, booster now, booster now, booster now, oh, it's not effective anymore, booster, 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 money, 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 money. We're dealing with potentially the most greedy people on planet Earth. But a big part of me feels like if we can get through the next 3 to 6 months, there's some big changes that can actually come and things can potentially start to go back to normal. But if we just, take it in the ass, so to speak, and just go along with it, I don't think it's going to end. I think it's just going to continue and potentially be worse. We have to draw the line somewhere. But this web event is for people who've done it, It's for people who want to be healthy and not potentially get the virus. And it's for people who feel like, you know what, oh, that's fine and great, Tyler, but I got kids and I got a family and I don't feel like I can not do that to move forward. And I totally understand where you're coming from. It sucks. It's a really hard position to be in. And it just sucks you have to be in that position. And I want to do everything I can to educate you and give you the right information to really clean everything out, open up your channels of elimination, make sure you have the right herbs and the right things to heal yourself. It's not a sales pitch. Most of the stuff I'm going to talk about, you can go down to a health food store, you can get to different places, you can get it together. It's, a lot of the stuff is free because you're detoxing and going through these processes. I just, honest to God, actually care and give a shit about human beings and families. So please share this with as many people as possible. We can detoxify, we can heal ourselves, we can prevent major injury, I believe. Okay, I'm not saying I know all the details. I've dug deep into every aspect you can possibly imagine. I'm not going to go there, but I found some pretty fantastic potential remedies as well that can potentially counteract even a lot of these major things that they're talking about in these things. I'm going to share. I'm not going to go off too crazily because I don't want to look like a total nut job, which a lot of people do look like. I'll keep it very grounded, but I'm going to give you guys some positive tools. So that's what it looks like. I appreciate you guys jumping on. I love you. It's crazy times we're going through right now, especially for all my soul family in Australia. God bless you. Love and light. And I pray to God that things can shift and become a better situation because it's mental. Please breathe and just get the basics of what you need. Drink clean water, go for walks, eat some fruits and vegetables, avoid any of the other major toxic situations and even a lot of the toxic stuff that's creating that negative vibration. Anyways, I love you guys. I hope to see you this coming week. It's going to be on next Thursday. Again, it's a free web event. Share it with as many people as possible. And I promise you I'll put in the time and the effort to deliver some amazing content. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful day.